In this tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how to crochet this really simple flower that does not require a magic ring. And you can use this flower everywhere as an applique to decorate your bags, your clothes, your blankets. This is really simple, really quick, and you can use your scraps to make it. So let's get started. These are the materials you will need. These are the abbreviations I used. The written pattern is in the description. We're gonna start with a slip knot. To make a slip knot, keep the yarn end between your thumb and your forefinger like so. Leave a little bit of tail, and then we're gonna wrap our yarn around our two fingers, underneath and across, to form an X. Then we hold the end with our last two fingers and then pull the hook down, insert it under and over and pull a loop. And now just release the loop off. Don't release this end. Just the loop and just pull. And now we created an adjustable loop, also called a slip knot. So tighten it and let's chain 6. And this is going to be our replacement for the magic ring. Now we have to close it to create a circle. So insert your hook into the last chain and then yarn over and pull through and through the loop on your hook. And now we have this circle made out of chains. We're gonna start making our first petal now. So hold your yarn. This is how I hold my yarn to control the tension. It goes through between my pinky and my other finger, and this controls how loose or tight the yarn is. And then over my forefinger like so, and then with the middle finger and the thumb I'm holding my piece, and I always hold it underneath the stitch I'm working on, not far away because it's hard to control. Put it right under the stitch. So now we are going to chain 4. Just yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook 4 times. And always make sure the hook is pointing down so you can pick up the loops. Now we have 4 chains. We're gonna start working into the this ring. So yarn over, we're gonna make a treble. Yarn over once, hold it with your thumb, yarn over twice, hold it with your thumb, and then insert the hook into the circle, yarn over and pull up a loop. It does not have to be a tall loop. Now, like I said, use your thumb and middle finger to hold your work stable, and let's make our treble. Yarn over, make sure you hold your loops on your hook with your forefinger, yarn over and pull up through just these first two loops, 1 and 2. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. See how I can move, how I move my fingers to hold right under the stitch, yarn over and then pull through 2 only. And now we have 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is how you make a treble. Okay, now push the stitch towards the chain, bunch them up. We're gonna have to fit 5 petals in here. So again, we make another treble. So yarn over twice, hold it with your thumb and insert your hook into the circle and pull up a loop, not a long loop. Now to control the tension, you can, like I said, move your thumb closer to the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 3, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 2, and yarn over, pull through all. And another treble was made. Now yarn over twice again, and let's make another treble. You see, if you don't move your forefinger and middle finger towards the stitches, it's harder to control the stitches. When you're more experienced, like me, you can do it, but at the beginning, try and always move your hold closer to the hook. All right, so we've made our 3 trebles. Now we're gonna chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're gonna slip stitch into this circle. So insert your hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, and that loop we're gonna pull it through the loop on our hook, and this will connect the chain to this ring. Now again, push these stitches together, and this is our first petal. Now we just need to make 4 more. Okay, so let's make 1 more. Chain 4, and then into this ring make 3 trebles. So let's make 1 treble, and you can separate these loops with your forefinger like this, otherwise it will be harder to pull through 2. So just separate them and then just pull through 2 and through 2. First treble, push it to the side, another treble, and 1 last treble on this petal. That's 1, 2, and 3. And now we chain 4 and back into this ring we are going to slip stitch, and we created a second petal, and we're just going to push these stitches to one side like this. Don't worry if they bunch up, they're supposed to go like this over each other. It looks better, it looks more realistic and more 3D, shall we say. Okay, so again, another petal. I'm just gonna make this really quick now. If you want to see it again, just slow it down or just start the video again. So we're down to our 5th petal, and you can see there's not much left, not much space left around this ring. So let's just push all the stitches to one side, and you can see now we have a bit more space. So let's make the last petal, chain 4, and then make 3 trebles, and then chain 4 again and slip stitch back into the chain. So now to fasten off, just cut the yarn, leave a longer tail. You'll need this either to connect the flower to your main project, or to weave it the ends in, and then just pull. And this is our flower, and now we're gonna use these 2 ends and make a knot, and then we're gonna weave them in. Okay, Let me show you how to weave in the ends. You need a needle that has an eye big enough to fit your yarn and has a blunt tip. And of course metal. Metal glides better than plastic. I wouldn't go for plastic. Most sets come with plastic needles. I would not do that. Okay, and when you weave in, you always do it at the back of your project. You can tell these are the pretty side and that's the not so pretty side. So at the back, wrong side, weave in your ends, back, and then back down again, but not through the same place. And that should be enough. The yarn will not unravel. And let's do the same with the other end. Okay. And back down again. And we're done with this. We just have to cut the yarn and just resize the petals. Basically just pull the stitches in the circle so the petals are equally spaced. So yeah, and this is the flower that does not use a magic ring. Of course, if you use a magic ring, the hole it will not be there, because when you pull the magic ring tail, it closes the hole. But this looks just as pretty, and it's more suitable for beginners who still have to learn how to make the magic ring. So yeah, this is how you crochet a basic flower for absolute beginners. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to answer you. Happy crocheting!